Hello, everybody. This is me, Dodi, and you're watching Dodi's page. If you can't hear me, I'll speak louder. This is me, Dodi, and you're watching YouTube, Dodi's page on YouTube. Um, I hope you guys are okay. I'm doing okay. It worked out for me. Hi, Barry. How are you? What's up? um, this past few days have been intense and relieving and heartbreaking. But I'm hanging in there. As you guys might know, my truck broke down. I stayed in the weekend in my truck, no shower. But I had food to eat, but I had money, but I was holding. So I was watching every penny, so I was just eating my leftovers that I had in my truck. Once Monday came around, my stress levels just went through the roof. By the way, give me a thumbs up. And oh, thanks, Barry. But once I got started to talk to everybody, um, everything just smoothened out. Everything was, excuse me, everything was awesome. And I kind of know, or I knew where I was standing as far as them coming to help me and stuff. So good. They came toward my truck. Excuse me. I got all that done. I was relieved. um, I felt so good. Like, yes, I can, because I don't know if you knew or mentioned before, my little Abigail hadn't been eating. She was sick. Well, as I went during the weekend, they kept finding my truck in the garage, they kept finding more parts, more issues wrong with it. Because they replaced a clutch and some bearings and other little miscellaneous things that go with it. And I'll answer those in a minute. But then after that, there was like the wheels, no, not that. There's a rear built, a rear bearing, which basically rear seal bearing. What is it? No, not bearing, seal. The rear seal was leaking. I had to go get that replaced. Plus, while my truck was sitting, my airbag during the weekend, my airbag started leaking a lot faster. So that was going out. So I'm like, oh no, because I was going to replace that myself. But then, okay, so it didn't go out, but I threw that in, with the repair bill, as I got to get that fixed too. Otherwise, I'm going to get out of the shop and go right back in. So, okay, I did that. Good price, good price. Okay, and then not only that, I found out I had more than half the money already in escrow. So, like, I had enough to pay for it cash if I needed. But I had already set the bill with the arrangements and everything, okay, they're just going to do it like that. But then after that, I told them, um, I'm sitting in the hotel, and I told them, I talked to my mechanic at D&E, and I told them, because I still had the wheel seal that was leaking or starting to leak. So I called the mechanic. Me and the mechanic at D&E, we both agreed, have them check it. But I was going to pay for it out of my own pocket. So I told the, what do you call it, mechanic that's working on it, I told him, hey, can you check that? And because it's starting to leak. Sure enough, it needs a wheel seal too. Okay. They fixed it, right? They fixed it today. They had gone to Denver, like 60 miles away. They came, but they got the wrong part, the wrong airbag. So that's why I'm here for another night. So I won't be ready for tomorrow. Okay. In the meantime, me and Abigail are relaxing, although she's not feeling good. She's really sick. I'll tell you how sick in a minute, but let me read these, okay? Okay, Galinda, I can't read the back part. I don't know what it means. And then he bunched all the words together. I don't know what they're. JD, something, I don't know. I don't speak that kind of language. Sorry, Galinda. Barry, what's wrong with the old trigger? The clutch went out. They replaced some bearings for the clutch. The other things, that components that make the clutch work, basically. I can't think of the name right now. And then the wheel seal, that, like, just not the wheel seal, that's the rear seal. That's like in back of the engine. That, there's an engine and there's a transmission and the clutch, but there's a rear seal. And that was leaking, so they had to replace that. And then I told them about my air brakes. My airbag on my trailer. And then the last minute I told them, or the next day I told them about my wheel seal. So there's like four different things, yeah. Four different things they fixed. But they brought the wrong airbag, so they had to go back and get it again. But they're not charging me for the second time. And then, they're going to fix it and stuff like that. So that's what was wrong with it. And Arden Bear, hi Arden Bear. Arden Bear said hi. And Shira, Kara, you my something, I don't know. Amanda Cole, hi Amanda. I divorced my airbag back. That's the year my truck is triggered. He's 2007. Rear main seal, that's what it is, not a rear seal. It's a rear main seal clutch. Pressure plate and throwout bearing, yes. Done a few of those. Yeah, that's what they're doing now. But, or did. they got all that done. They got the airbag. They had to go back to Denver and get it and come back over here. So, and they're doing that outside on my trailer. And it was, the weather got really bad here. So I don't know if they were working out in the cold or not. In the meantime, I'm here and I had to stay another night. And I was talking to the owner of the hotel about some towels. I need more towels because I'm just going to stay another night. And, I don't need room service. I just need some more towels. And she came to the door, and Abigail, she was laying there on the floor. And she says, "What's wrong with your dog? She looks really sick." I told her, "I know, I need to take her to the vet, but I don't have a way to get there until my truck is fixed. And I don't even know where a vet is around here." That lady, she's the owner, it's a couple. They're like from a different country or something. The nicest people. Like, she started telling me about her dog, and she found the vet place for me and everything. And she says she called them up on her phone, and so I can make an appointment. And so I made the appointment. And she says, once the appointment, was it like 1:30 or something like that? 1:30, 1:45. Once I made the appointment, she says, once, when like 1 o'clock comes around, just go look me up and I'll take you over there. That's how nice she was. And she says, "I own these apartments, so don't worry about it. I'm around, I'm not going nowhere." So it wasn't her, but it was her husband that took me. But the bad news is, here's the bad news. I gave you the rough news, but now the bad news is Abigail has 2 tumors, and she has she's losing a lot of her muscle mass. So she's still got her belly, but like all her, the muscles on her arms and her back and everything, she's like really bony. And she wasn't eating or nothing, but and they found out she was bleeding, but they think that's because of her menstrual cycle, and because she's a female. And so, they took blood tests and everything with her, and she's this close to getting a stroke. So, they gave me some medicine for her appetite so she would eat. And then they, some other medicine that they gave me for her diarrhea, because she has a little bit of diarrhea. But that's not going to help her, what's going on with, and this is aside from the tumors, the 2 tumors that she has, that she might get a stroke on top of that. So she has a lot of things going on, and she just hasn't been feeling good at all. But she's a strong little dog. And I gave her, she was asleep